No. No, 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 no! This is the worst thing TenSura has ever done to me. It is time for some more TenSura greatness. Do me a solid. Make sure you leave a like on this video, share, support, subscribe, and ring that bell if you haven't already. And of course, the Patreon. Can't get your mouthful live reactions, so some more, but let's jump into it and see what they got in store for us this week. I'm glad you're having fun, but maybe you could not break our doors down. Could you imagine once Gaia gets bigger, we're gonna have 2 fucking rampaging dragons, and that's them in a good mood. Fuck. Oh, it's her. Yo, mom's come the fucking ground, yo ass. Ooh. Ho ho. Ho ho ho. Let him cook here, hold up. The fact that a demon lord wants to serve us. He fucking caved over a pastry. Reamer's essentially telling his kids, alright, if I get you a puppy, it's your responsibility, you'll have to walk him and feed him, and any accidents are on you. But keep in mind, Rimuru's child is Veldora the Storm Dragon, and we're talking about Ifrit. There's gonna be a lot of ejecting of fluids if this keeps up. I fucking knew it. They couldn't help themselves, and I completely fucked with it. Ramparts are here, baby. It's powerful in at least 2 ways, I can give you that. Where'd the ramparts go? Never mind, we're saved. Whew. They had me in the first half, I'm not gonna lie. Get you a woman who could do both, I suppose. I want it to be known that if TenSura ever does this again, we're gonna have to throw hands, because what do you mean that you're gonna bring out Ifrit in her Gerudo-looking, busty rampart form, and have me say, you know what, maybe we let him cook, only to cockblock me with when you become the Lord of Fire, we're back to the muscular man form. See, if it was just that to begin with, I would have been fine, like, hey, Ifrit's back, but, you know, this is the definition of they had me in the first half. Seemingly, what's actually happening is in fire form, we're the male version, in the wind version, we're the female version. Hey, that works for me, but for a brief moment, I felt my heart crack and shatter. You may want to say, Brandon, you're overreacting. This is just some anime titties, and you know what? To that I say, you're not seeing the light. Tall, dark, and beautiful over here, if it was just this to begin with, would have been fine, but you had me in the first half, but now I see the light. Now I see why you need to have a woman who can do both. Very clever idea. Because they did start this off by saying, hey, you know, despite my affinity to fire, I also got this fucking wind shit. I'm like, you know, that's kind of busted, but that's cool. Either way, very fun turn of events. Was not expecting that at all. But we do gotta highlight something we've been highlighting for, like, the past few weeks. Because the more I'm watching of this TenSura season, the more I'm realizing, once again, Maria Bell was fucking right. Now, the thing is as I keep saying, for all you newbies, I'm not saying she wasn't going to do stuff for her own selfish reasons, but the idea of wanting to kill Rimuru and eliminate Tempest makes total sense. If you are not on Tempest's side, do you realize how fucked you will eventually be? Now, is there currently some other people that are probably stronger than Rimuru and company? Yeah, I'm sure there are. It's a big fucking world. But if you're going to try to look me dead in the eye and say this cute little slime is not going to be the most powerful fucking character when this series is all said and done, you are kidding yourselves. This motherfucker, in a singular goddamn episode, has ended up in a situation where he's training an up-and-coming, powerful fucking dragon in his labyrinth. A demon lord has now called him daddy, and Ifrit is fucking chilling as a servant to Veldora. And who the fuck knows what Diablo's up to? I'm sure he's recruiting some more too. And that's not even including all the extra wind spirits that are now working in our laboratory too. One goddamn episode, and he's increased his arsenal by how much? This is what I know. Imagine putting yourself in the position of political powers or enemies of Rimuru and hearing rumblings of what he's accomplishing. We know how the game of telephone works. If I tell someone the can of peas is hot, it might get to the next person exactly the same, but then when the next person tells it to the other, they're going to talk about a fucking canopy. Because eventually the game of telephone doesn't quite line up to where it started out, right? I know what Rimuru just did, and I can only begin to imagine what people in different countries or political powers are hearing. It probably sounds worse or not as bad as what's currently happening. And either way, I can understand why political powers are going to try to fuck around and find out. Some will absolutely have to find out, and maybe for some we'll have to find out. But either way, This is what's so fucking fascinating about TenSura, ignoring the ramparts. I love the fact that they're able to make Rimuru, for me, a frightening character. Now, I want to support him, 100%. He's my boy. He's my slime. He's my little slime. But man, I understand the fear. And I think I really like episodes like these because at face value, most people will watch it and be like, oh, this is a very funny, chill slime episode. But for me, I'm like, holy fuck. In a silly, simple slime episode, he gained how much power? Like, do you know what? Like, I'm not saying the Demon Lord in question isn't a lazy son of a bitch. People were already like, how the fuck is Milim working with him? And now they're going to have to hear about Dina. What the fuck, guys? What the fuck? Keep in mind, too, that we're not even just simply building bodies here. We're making them as powerful as fucking possible. Eventually, we're going to have 1,000 army of these cores with souls fused into them. You're probably going to need them at some point, for sure. I love having outsider perspectives because he's never experienced this, right? And other people are like, oh yeah, that's kind of normal. Like, hey, did bro just casually summon like a Fire Lord? Oh yeah, that happens. What do you mean that happens? The humor is spot on right now. The dynamics are spot on. The new fucking opening is fucking spot on. Honestly, I'm gonna go as far to say this is one of the best openings I've heard all year. Visually, it cooked, but holy hell, the song the entire time did not go where I was expecting. At moments, I thought it was going to build into like this very heavy thing, and no, they freaking nailed it. And I'm a huge fan of the visual style. I mean, the new ending song's good too, and I also really like the fact that it was like stop motion and it was like a Rimuru board game. But I gotta be real, it's the opening that I can't get it out of my head. I need to hear the full thing. I don't know if the full song has been released yet, but I need to hear it. It was really freaking good. TenSura's on a roll. I think it's safe to say this is TenSura's best season. I was originally going to wait to say that until we had the second core out, like, fully. You gotta be able to compare it as a whole. But at this point, I'm just going to say it. Season 4 is the best season. The first core was great, and we're already getting into some great stuff with the second core. We're setting up some things. There's a lot of funny moments. It just feels like everything that I've liked about TenSura up to this point is in this season. You have the meetings, you have the politics, you have the economics, you have the city civilization simulator, you got the comedy in, we're gonna have action. It's just, I think this is everything we've needed TenSura to be all in one. And no matter what type of TenSura season you've preferred, I think you've gotten something out of it. Now, for those action junkies, they're not going to currently say this is the best season because there hasn't been enough Oonga Boonga action. That's fine. It will come in time. You don't announce 5 fucking cores unless, there's going to be some big battles eventually. But either way, I think your average TenSura fan would be safe to say this is a great season. And I think for many like myself, we're saying it's the best season. Your thoughts down below. How betrayed did you feel when the ramparts disappeared? I actually thought it was going to last. I felt my world shatter. First world problems, I know. Your thoughts? Leave a like, share, support, subscribe, ring that bell if you haven't already. Of course, Patreon for live reactions over there. And hey, if you're already over on my Patreon, I'll give you a video shout out too, because my patrons are what make it all possible over here on YouTube. Alright, so today we got AJ Plays World, Anime Coup Reaction, 404 IQ Detected, LA Ray, Plato's Chicken, Jimmy Carroll Holmes, XY 1000CH, Cody Tiffany, and we also have Enduk. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. Y'all have a good one.